So these are the treats that I make for my little cat. He is eating a white sweet potato peel with kale in the center. So I only have vegan things around my house, and so it's not like I believe that cats or dogs should be vegan or whatever, but of course he eats like his other food that has salmon in it, and it's all natural, grainless, all healthy, no added chemicals in it. But he also needs to have the phytonutrients from good spring mix or like greens. You know, whenever a cat or a dog, like they get outside, the first thing they do is like run and try to eat the grass, and then they end up throwing it up because they can't digest it. Well, what they're craving is they're craving the greens, just like we need greens, and we need to have a very balanced diet. It helps their digestive tract as well. And I like to use kale that is in its baby form, like it's still small kale baby mix, because what it does is it has more phytonutrients and it's more concentrated phytohormones as well. And so that's really healthy for both me and also for my little cat, because he is still growing. He's still about 6 months old. So what I do is I wrap them in the sweet potato skins. That's just one of the treats. Of course, you can get creative with your treats, but this is something that he really, really likes. The sweet potato skins, whenever I'm making my sweet potatoes, I do not wrap them in aluminum foil, because that can create like heavy metal toxicity as it absorbs from the aluminum foil. So instead what I do is I coat the lining with coconut oil, and the saturated fat holds in all of the steam, so it makes it where the skin, you can just easily pull it off, and then the potato is like all moist and is great for mashing, and it's not all dried out sweet potatoes. So these are the skins that I pull off. I always save my skins because I'll tear them up into strips and put them on a salad, or I will use like the larger pieces like this for making like a wrap. So then I'll put whatever my meat alternative is in here in the center, like with chickpeas or lentils or whatever I want to use, like any fiber from vegetables. You can make like little veggie patties, and like right now I have meatloaf cooking in here. It's like a vegan meatloaf that I had just some leftovers from over Thanksgiving. Oh, there's a little steam in it. Yeah, so that's a vegan loaf, and that's made with chickpeas and walnuts and lentils, red lentils and yellow lentils. And then over there are my sweet potato strips that I'm heating up to also put over here on my cow salad. So anyway, that gives you a few ideas of some ways that you can make little doggy or cat treats for your little pets. And it really helps them make sure that they're getting their phytonutrients in as well. And also check in for recipes, because I'll be posting lots of recipes and ways that you can make vegan alternatives that are healthy and still have lots of protein and have all of the amino acids that you won't have to miss out on anything. And of course, there are things that we supplement if we're going to go the vegan route, the plant-based route. But as with every diet, you have to do that. So no matter which direction you go with any diet, there are things that are going to be missing, and there are things that we have to be aware of. And so that's the way that I live, and that's the way that my little cub bear lives. And I hope that that gives you some ideas for you in your life.